What's up, Libra? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, this is going to be your mid-month reading. So we're going to backtrack a little bit into August, and then we're going to go to about mid-month in September. But I'm like, you know what? I want to get one more reading out, and I was just feeling the Libra vibe. So I'm like, let me do Libra right now. So let's see what's going on for you guys. So this will be a general reading, past, present, future, love, finance, career, anything that pops up. And this will be for sun, moon, and rising signs. But I really hope that you guys have truly been enjoying your summer. For everyone that has kids that are going back to school or that have gone back to school, congrats to you for making it through the summer. Alright, so let's see what's going on, guys. I'm in like a super silly mood today, so don't mind me. Alright, so what is going on for the sign of Libra? What's this card? Tower card in the reverse. Kept trying to pick it up, but didn't want to be picked up. So, some sort of bullet that you guys could be dodging. Okay. What is going on for the sign of Libra? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So maybe some sort of loss that you guys are feeling, but you're dodging a bullet by undergoing this loss. Or maybe you're dodging the fact that you do have something that you could lose, but you're not losing it. So let's see. And you know what? I want to light up some sage for y'all. I haven't lit sage today in this room, and I'm low-key obsessed with the smell. Okay. What do we have here? Alright, guys. So let's get the vibes going. Alright. So you guys might see this going across the screen. Actually, let me put it here so it doesn't do that. There we go. All right, the room is all set. Let's do this. All right, guys. So the energy that you have here is the Hanged Man. All right, so this is going to be you guys really just not trying to overexert yourself with something, and really going with the flow of your heart and of and with your soul. Now, with the Temperance card in the reverse, there's something that was in your life that it just didn't feel right for you, whether it was a friend or a lover or a job. And there was something that, yeah, you were putting effort into, and now you're like, you know what? This ain't working for me. I can't do it. And because you decide you can't do something and you don't want to be part of it, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So life takes off in a very positive direction because you recognize something that doesn't suit you, and because you walk away from whatever it is that doesn't suit you. All right, now going into your past, the first card that you guys have is the King of Wands. Could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that you were dealing with, but this could also be just something that you guys were very, very passionate about, or maybe you were the leader of it, or you were dealing with someone that was kind of like a passionate leader. Why is this King of Wands here? You have the High Priestess. So you're very intuitive with whoever or whatever this is, where you can really just listen to your gut instinct, and you're going to always be right with how you're feeling. Okay, and that's why you guard yourself from someone or from something. Okay, so you could have been dealing with the fire sign for some of you, but just a sense of you just using that intuition and saying, I need to be careful here. We have the Emperor. This could be Aries or Virgo, but it could also just be a sense of you just making a boss decision, thinking logically, putting your emotions and your ego to the side, and realizing that there's something that may not be working out too cohesively for you. All right, and we have the Hierophant here. So with you guarding yourself from, whatever this was, you're actually taking a higher path in life. You're getting more in tune with the direction that you need to go to come into union with your higher self. All right, and you have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's get one more card. And the Judgment card in the reverse. By you guys guarding yourself and deciding that something is bad judgment and that it could be a loss, you take the high road of the Hierophant. Okay, so that's a good thing. I feel like you guys see something before it happens and you're able to kind of, I'll show you what you're doing. You're able to avoid conflict at all costs. Okay, so you don't want to fight. You don't want to argue. And this puts you towards a new start that you're very, very passionate about and very invested in, and something that's going to be just very, you know, emotionally fulfilling for you. Devil card in the reverse, you removed yourself from something toxic, something that was not suiting you. And with the Four of Swords in the reverse, this isn't something that you decided to walk away from and just, you did it. No, this is something that you put a lot of thought into it. And you're like, you know what, I have to move past this. I have to think logically and empirically about this, and it's just time to go. All right, you're realizing that something is, you know, not worth the risk that it involves. Okay, and in your present moment, you have the Lover's card in the reverse. So it doesn't always have to be a romantic situation. It could be, you know, a friend or family member that you're letting go of, but there is some sort of fallout, or at minimal, two people who could really be arguing with one another, but there are secrets here. And maybe that's what's causing this fallout or this, you know, sense of arguing. Okay, and we have the Eight of Wands. So with the Eight of Wands, if there's still communication, it could definitely be tough communication. But I feel like you guys are at a point that because your head has been wrapped around this for so long, because you've been thinking about this for so long, you've really just been able to think yourself out of anything negative that could have been attached to this, because with the Five of Cups in the reverse, you have the Hanged Man and the Hermit card, and showing that you put yourself in a place where it's like, you know what, I'm not going to focus on what I lost. I'm going to focus on what I still have going for me, and I'm going to remove myself from this, and I'm going to focus on myself, and I'm going to go with my flow and the Wheel of Fortune. Because you give yourself love, because you pay, you know, make yourself a priority, you avoid conflict, and you really go towards a much higher place in life. All right, and guys, this is the center and the next card for your present moment. So the center of the entire spread, you have the Ten of Cups. Every card connects to you just being very, very happy. So even if there's things you have to let go of, it's kind of just, you know, doing spring cleaning, taking the trash out sort of thing, so that you could really enjoy whatever's going on in your life. All right, and you have the Hermit card. So you get the sense of, you know, completion of happiness by removing yourself from something that was just a bad idea. Ten of Swords in the reverse, the worst that you kind of been through is past you. You got through it. You went through the toughest part, and now you're out. Okay? Nine of Swords in the reverse. You're not worried about this anymore. You're not concerned about this anymore. You're not losing sleep over it anymore. All right? Now, with the Page of Swords in the reverse, you guys, I feel like arguing with Libras are so much fun. And I say this out of love because I have so many Libra friends, and we go at it. Like, there's nothing more that I love in life than an intellectual, I don't want to say argument, but kind of like a debate. Libras are such good debaters. So when you guys express yourselves, there's really the sense of knowing what to say, how to say it, and even if you're like a smart ass, it's like you say it in such a smart way that people are like, fuck. Like, I can't even be mad at them. Like, they make sense. But with the Page of Swords in the reverse, you're still speaking very directly, but I feel like at this point, you guys are being a bit petty, because this is someone that says things in an unnecessarily harsh way. So it's like you're moving away from something, you're not letting it disturb your peace. And I just, honestly, I feel like you guys are just being smart asses, okay? And it's just like, I don't know, just saying petty shit, maybe like your mama jokes, things like that to other people, but just removing yourself from it, and then putting in your last 2 cents. You have the Strength card in the reverse, and you have the Ace of Wands. So with this being said, there's something that you know wasn't going to work out. You know that it was something that was going to debilitate you, and you don't let it. There's a new start that you're focused on now. Okay, so that's a beautiful thing. And the Five of Cups, it came out somewhere over here, but the beautiful thing about that card is that, you know, in most tarot decks, when you see the Five of Cups, you're going to see 3 cups spilled over, and a person kind of looking at it and crying over it, and then behind them you'll see 2 full cups. And the reason why people are depressed, the reason why we're so hard on ourselves in life, is because we stare at those 3 cups that are on the ground that are spilled. We never look back and say, oh wait, I still have two more. I still have things going on for me. Maybe it's not as much as before, but I still have something. You know, I could grow with this. I can, you know, do something with it. So even if it was a shitty situation you had to move away from, or a shitty person you had to move away from, I really feel like in this case, you guys just want to focus on what's best for you. It's like, okay, this didn't work, but you know what? I have this passion that's always been there and I've never acted on it. What if I do that now? So if anything, I feel like you guys are just looking at this as like a second chance at things, okay? Just within yourself. And there you go. First card for the future, the Empress card. So you have a new start, a new beginning. With the Ace of Wands and the Empress card, this is something that you're going to tend to on a daily. This is not something that you could just plant a seed and walk away. You're going to put effort into this. Okay. A few cards fell. I will acknowledge them, but I will not put them down because there's too many. So there's a new start here. And you could still be a bit upset about the path that you felt wasn't going to work for you. But with the Nine of Swords in the reverse and the Magician, yeah, you could be upset about the past, but that does not stop you from creating what is coming in for you, for manifesting what you want in the future. And the beautiful thing about the Magician is that this is someone that doesn't need any outside sources to get what it is that they want. It's all within you. Okay? You guys have the Hanged Man. You're doing something that is just right in alignment with your soul. Knight of Swords. Focused. You're focused. That's it. Alright, so I love the Knight of Swords because this is someone that is not going to be deterred from the path that they're going on, and they're focused and they think so sharply, and they're looking for a challenge, and they want to challenge themselves, and they want to do good things. So, you know, you guys are really going towards an awesome place. Maybe there's going to be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That's very important with the process that you're going towards, but you have to cut out some bullshit in your life in order to have a new start here with the Ace of Swords. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse. So a new start, you had to cut out something. I'm not saying that it was easy. I feel like for a lot of you it's difficult what you have to cut out, but it's working in your favor. And you will never, ever hate yourself for doing something that's good for you. Okay? Even if you don't feel good about it in the beginning. Kind of like working out. You could feel bad about it before you do it, but after you do it, it's like, I did that, you know? So we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. So there's just something in your life that you feel like it wasn't a victory, it wasn't working, it was very burdening. So Ace of Swords, it gets cut out so that you can open up a path for this new start here. Okay, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, man or woman that's going to be very significant for you. Or this could be you guys really coming into a lot of good money. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, so this is not something that you're going to be worried or concerned about. And you have the Queen of Wands. Alright, so for a lot of you, yeah, maybe there's going to be a water sign or a fire sign or an earth sign that's helping you. But you guys, you had two queens and you had a king. I don't even think that this is about people. For some of you, it might be. But for the majority of you, with the King of Cups, you're doing something that you're very strongly emotionally invested in, and you're doing it with power. With the Queen of Wands, when she walks into a room, she doesn't ask for respect. Her aura demands it. She walks in and, you know, even if someone's new, even if someone hasn't met you, they know your boss. They know you're the person to go to ask questions, and they respect that. And you don't have to say, you know, do you want to follow my mission? Do you want to be part of the cause? Nah, you're just passionate and people just naturally follow you. Alright, Queen of Pentacles. And you're getting your money together. You're getting it right. This is, you know, one of the strongest financial characters in the entire tarot. So here, you guys are getting your money right. You're getting your creativity on point. And with the King of Cups, you're doing something that you're very passionate about. So, of course, it could be other people. Maybe it's family. Maybe you're just around really good friends. It could be that. But I just feel like you guys are invoking every energy around you. Earth, fire, wind, you know, swords, all of that. Earth, fire, wind. Earth, fire, wind, water. Okay. There we go. Like I said, guys, I'm just kind of like, before I started working today, like I literally just spent 2 hours just procrastinating and running around my house and just singing. And my boyfriend's just like, bitch, are you gonna work or what? You know, you got shit to do. You got people waiting on you. And I'm like, you're right, you're right. And it was just one of my days where I'm just like such a child today. So I apologize for my my giddiness. But let's see what's going on, guys, in regards to your oracle cards. But you guys are coming into something very, very powerful, and something that I was saying to Pisces and Virgo that I posted prior to yours was that we're coming out of, you know, just astrologically speaking, we're coming out of a very tough spot. I'm sure a lot of you could agree that, you know, August and maybe the end of July, like up until this point, that there's a lot of tension. There was just a lot of shitty energy. Like, I came across so much shit. Like, I came across the most shit than I have in years, like in the last month. And I'm just like, what is this? Is like the universe out to get me? But then just talking to people, I'm just like, wait, it's not just me. Everyone's going through this. So everyone's coming out of that now. You know, by mid-September, all of those tense energies should be completely gone. So if you guys feel like things were extra heavy, it's not because you're a terrible person. It's not because you were doing things wrong. It's really just because everybody was feeling it. So, you know, if anyone got upset with me, or if anything like, you know, anything close to that happened, I just kind of let it rock, and I didn't take it personally, because I'm just like, you're probably going through a lot of shit. And I get that, because people who go through a lot of shit are going to give other people shit. Most of the time, okay? I've never had someone yell at me or be, you know, tough on me who hasn't been going through something difficult, okay? So things will definitely lighten up, and you guys are doing something very powerful, because again, you're invoking all the energies here. Earth, fire, wind, and water. Look at that, guys. I know my energies. Okay. So let's see what's coming up. What guidance does the sign of Libra need to see? Ooh, that sage smells so good. Oh my goodness. Puts me in such a giddy mood. Okay. All right. Beautiful card. For anyone into numerology, this is number 9. Okay. Before I even, you know, read what this is about, the number 9, well, the number 10 in tarot, rather, is the number of completion. The number of completing a cycle, or, you know, just making a huge change in your life. With you guys being, you know, with this 9 coming out, you're kind of on the verge. You're like at that last final place before you reach that peak of a mountain where you can look down and say, you know, I did that. So again, if anything has felt tense for you guys, just know that things are really about to change in a really positive and good way for you. All right, so number 9. Support, bearing the weight of others. 'Tis not enough to help the feeble up, but to support them after. And that is by William Shakespeare. So card number 9. This card represents the offering of strength and assistance, and bearing a burden on behalf of others. Providing support can take many forms: moral, emotional, physical, and financial. We can offer our shoulders to bear the weight, or lend an ear to share grief. Here, a jester offers his shoulders on which the girl can perform. He raises her up, allowing her to be the focus of the audience's attention. His subdued posture deliberately taking second place. His identity hidden, he provides an anonymous contribution. In the background are 3 tarot strength cards, which serve as props and reaffirm this card's message. While the effort and gesture is a noble one, there are times where we should come out of the shadows and take credit for our contributions. You do not always have to settle for being second fiddle. Be careful not to allow others to take advantage of your generosity. So you guys got past that. You guys got past the tumultuous times. You guys got past, you know, having to just figure out what you wanted. So I feel like, if anything, this was you guys for the past month or so. Okay, you guys were kind of maybe the supporting factors of whatever you were going through. And now it's time for you guys to perform. It's time for you guys to put on a show. And I really feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be done in that way just because of how strong your future energies are coming in. Like, you guys are literally sorcerers of whatever it is that you want to bring about into your life. So that's serious, guys, okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck, this is your energy of everything, and I always want to pay attention to this. We have the number 5, so let's look at that, okay? Just to see what the energy of all of this is. And we have flights of fancy, leap of faith, taking a next step. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. If you take that leap of faith, oh, the places you could go, but you'll never know until you try. We can dream and hope and take that leap, but there are risks involved. Nevertheless, we do not have to be a terror fool innocently leaping from a cliff. We can instead assess the scenario, the dangers, and prepare. We can train or educate ourselves, become informed, take precautions, and increase our chances of success. Guys, that's incredible because, again, I keep feeling like it's so powerful that you guys had every single energy, including yours, pop up in your future. So you guys really are taking a little bit of everything, and that's the biggest reason why this is something that I feel you can definitely build and manifest on your own, and that you could just be very, very self-sufficient in the future because of whatever it is that you guys are going to do, because you're really going to step out of your norm. You're not just going to think with your normal mindset. This is you guys really going out, doing your research, saying, okay, I understand how this side of things works, but what do I need for this, that, and the third to work out as well? Okay, and the best way to do things, especially if you want to save money in the future and just make smart business decisions or smart moves in your life, is to really just figure things out, to find a way to do it on your own. Okay, I had a friend of mine who was super into like photography and videography, and just us together, we used to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just doing shoots and learning different things. And then finally she's like, you know what, let me just invest. So she invested and she bought all the stuff, and it was hard, just all these video programs. It looks easy, but it's not at all. And they literally just started an empire. They don't need to call anybody else to do things. Now people call them and they make a shitload of money. So it's just, right now you guys are doing something where it's like, think of it as building a house. Okay, you're buying all the wood, you're buying the foundation, the concrete, the shit that goes through the walls to keep things warm, so by the time you're done with this, even if it's a project that's very difficult, you're going to look back, you're going to have so much more knowledge, you're going to have so much more experience, and you're going to be kind of like a jack of all trades, where now you're really expanding your personal or professional portfolio on what it is that you're able to do in this lifetime. So I say break those limits that you had on yourself in the past, if you had any, and really just take that leap of faith and really just open up to a different world. And guys, if it's uncomfortable, then you should do it. Okay, if you live life by the rules and you kind of just do what mom or dad expect, or what your brothers expect, or what your sisters, cousins, friends expect, you're going to be miserable. Okay, the best way to succeed is to just go above and beyond and do something that could seem uncomfortable, and understand that if there's ever people that are putting you down for whatever it is that you want to do, it's just because they're imposing their fear of your failure, because maybe they've failed a lot in life. That's not your burden to take on. Let them fear for it on their own, but you make it happen. And the truth about life and success, whatever success means to you, is that if you work on something every single day, if you refuse to quit, if you are as resilient as you have ever been in your life, you will make it. There is no if, ands, or buts. You will get there. You just can't quit on yourself. It's not that people fail in life. They just quit before they were able to have the success. So don't let this be that, because you guys are going into it with a lot of power. The universe is definitely on your side with this. So go for it. Take that leap. Okay? I love y'all. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's High Vibrations 44. And for those of you that are looking for a personal reading, I've been letting everyone know that I took, you know, a lot of time off in July. So in essence, that really put me behind with all other things. And I've had a lot of requests coming in. So I just want to be super realistic because I am, you know, a one-woman shop over here. So the wait time is anywhere from 3 to 4 full weeks for standard reading. So if you guys can wait that, great. If you purchase one and you hold your spot and, you know, something drastic changes 2 weeks later and you need to change what you need the reading on, that's fine. You can totally just, you know, email me, let me know, and I'll, you know, look at that new email when I do the reading. And if at any time you guys want to upgrade it to an emergency reading, you can. And so, you know, in that case, you'll get it within a day or two. So with that being said, if you guys do need to hear from me quickly, like I said, emergency readings, you'll hear from me 2 days latest, okay? Although I've been getting everything out on time lately, so I'm super proud of myself for being an adult. And 2 other options if you need to get in touch with me quickly. So you have the emergency option, and then on my website there is an option called the same day questions. Only $10. It's about a 3-minute video. You can ask me whatever. Okay, my only limitation is dealing with any questions about the deceased. Okay, I will not cross that, and it's just not something I'm interested in doing. Okay, I'm not going to open that portal. So yeah, whatever you guys want to ask me, you can go ahead and ask me. I'll send you about a 2 or 3 minute video with your answer. And then for those of you that have iPhone, I'm on an app called Instant Go, where you can text me a question and I'll text you a response within usually a day or two. If it's the weekend, give me up to 3 days because your girl likes to have fun on the weekends. And you can call me on that, but you're most likely you're not going to catch me on it anytime soon because I really just want to be caught up and deal with, you know, the clients that have already been waiting for a while as opposed to taking on a brand new call. Okay, so I love y'all. And the last thing I wanted to say, because a lot of people get confused on my website. So one, when you guys do make a booking, it's going to show you a calendar where you can select the time. I write it everywhere all over my website, not to go by that calendar, just select the time just so you can kind of like hold a spot, but the time is insignificant. I do not go by it. The website platform that I use, Wix, it does not allow me to do a service listing without a calendar, and I just hope that everyone could understand that I can't just work at people's demand. I've had people book readings, you know, an hour. Let's say they book it at 8 a.m. and I get a message at 9 a.m. and they're cursing me out like, hey, I booked it at 8. I said we were going to talk at 8:15 and you never called me. And so I just really want to make that clear so we avoid that. And another thing, if you guys do want to do a call or if you want to do Skype or just, you know, just speak to me in person, not face to face, but, you know, on the phone or WhatsApp, whatever, then you guys have to get at least the hour reading, whether it's emergency or the regular one, okay? So I only do that for the longer readings, okay, so that the time doesn't go over a lot because I'm always super busy. But that is it. Libra, I love you guys, and I will be back in September for some more readings. I'm going to try to fit in love, but it's not going to be the traditional love readings I do. But yeah, I do want to get some love out because I didn't do it in July, and I want to just throw something at you guys in August so that we can kind of be up to date. So maybe I'll do like an August to September thing, but don't kill me if I don't do it, but you'll definitely get it in September, okay? But I'll see what I can do with the time that I have. I love you guys so much. Take care.